All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I don't want to make this a long video or a long chat. But just to tap in, a lot of us right now are doing what we should be doing, which is buying the dip. You should be trying to buy and reallocate and just continue to see all of the good that is in the market. Everything is on sale. And everything is happening and moving forward as we expected. Confirmation is everywhere. So as long as we can continue to see the vision and to take advantage of what we're being blessed with, we are all good to go. Make sure that you kind of stay up to date with your portfolio. If I don't know, a lot of people, I realize, they may not be tracking their portfolios the way in a way that it could be a lot easier for you, more efficient. So I definitely recommend, apps like CoinMarketCap and or CoinGecko and Blockfolio, just so that you can have and watch your portfolio all in one place. So lots of things on sale, it's the same thing. We just had a conversation, I think, on Thursday. The same energy, keep that same energy, and everything's going to play out how it's supposed to. I don't know how people feel, but I'm happy. I'm just, buying what I can and making the moves necessary that I feel would best suit me, because we're all running our own individual race, and we have to buy according to what we need, not what we want. That's why, I have a bunch of assets that I can be throwing out, but a lot of times just throwing out more information is sometimes harmful when there's more focus that needs to be put on the other assets that have already been presented. Some of us are lacking in areas. Some of us don't even have no Tron. I'm going to keep telling you. So, let's focus on what we need to focus on in our own individual race. But please do make sure you have some gaming and or metaverse within that portfolio. I've taken you to the best already. Animoca's portfolio is not to be slept on. Yeah, people are sleeping on it, but don't sleep on it. And don't sleep on any opportunity or game that I have called out that they are backing. Because gaming is going to rise harder than people anticipate. There was a link posted to a gala video from Crypto Gems. Bullish. And gala reward token holders are going to be rewarded in this next upgrade iteration that is going to happen within the gala ecosystem. So that's a blessing too. Sometimes you have to see the future, invest in the future, and wait for it to materialize. We bought those gala music notes. They haven't come into play yet, but when they do, my God, you're going to be thankful. See, you got to be thankful. Some of y'all waking up still angry at the world, still angry at Bitcoin, talking all crazy to yourself. And that's not needed. It's not necessary. You just got to speak life into your dreams, into your flowers called cryptocurrency. If you're not watering them and talking to them every day and doing what's necessary, then how are they going to grow? Especially when your outlook is of a lower mentality, fear-based. Some of us still living in fear. We need to get out of that. If you want it, you can get it. You just have to claim it and do the necessary things that are required in order to attain it. So get on the ball, keep making the moves necessary. If you can't make moves, see how you could, if you are somebody who feels like, you could be stretched out too thin within your portfolio, you're probably right. So you need to figure out what can be cut. Like, especially if you have an asset or assets that you only have a couple thousand of. That $20, $5, $50, we can't have that because it's doing you a disservice. Especially if we're trying to make money here. Is the goal to make money or to try to hold everything that's being called out? Because when you get to a certain point, you can have hundreds of assets, you know what I mean? But it does you no good if your portfolio is at 20,000 or 50,000. We need to go higher. So we need to, have a nice, sleek portfolio, but still designed in a way that you're going to eat short term, midterm, and long term. So I'm going to put it out there again. If you're in any lower tier other than the tiers that, get a portfolio view one-on-one, you can definitely reach out to me and we can make it happen. You can just pay for it separately. So that's for anyone who needs, some assurance or another look, because there's no better time to assess that than in a downturn in the market. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, guys and gals. I'm going to open up the floor. Anybody want to add or speak your mind, please do. And please don't feel like you can't speak. Come on, we're all adults here. You've been in the community for a while. It's an open door policy. So please speak your mind. My God. Let's go.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you?
Great. What's going on, brother?
I'm doing good. Just to speak on what you're saying, if something that I do and obviously utilize the group's help. When I don't have no funds to throw in the market, I go make sure that my money's working for me. Yesterday I found out in the group that Scotty Beam, you can stake it, and I was like, holy crap! Like, I don't have money to throw into the market right now, but my money can work for me. And if you're not diligent and looking how you can take a half a step forward, you're just doing yourself a disservice. Like, that's staking, like that's free money, you know what I mean? And it's just a little bit of information. And, I'm so blessed that someone took the time to type it out, even though it's been said before. I was able to read it and then go stake my Scotty.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. You're totally right. Our money should definitely be working for us as much as it possibly can. I know there's some people that have assets that are stakeable and they are not staking it. So he's right. Our money should be definitely working for us. Everything that can be staked is staking. Like yesterday, I just found out by having a one-on-one call with Vende that you can stake block fee. So yeah, stake that block. Let's get this money, because that thing is gonna blow up. And I've heard the staking rewards are pretty great. So yeah, anything that can be stakeable, stake it. 100%.
Have you looked
Huh?
at have you looked at these portals NFTs?
No.
I'll send you a link. It looks interesting. I just started reading on it last night, but
What are they talking about?
different portals. But I read a post on Medium, and I mean, it was freaking like a 20-minute read. But the long and the short, there's different portals. They're going to end up. I believe the way that he says it, they're going to set up where you can lease it out in pieces. That he's already talking about how they're going to set it up so you can lease it out in pieces, and people build out their own portals, like a apartment, I guess you would say, is what it looked like to me.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
so I didn't know if you had mentioned it before, if you'd seen it. I just happened to some guy I follow. I went back through all this stuff and seen it. I guess they posted in the group too. And
Yeah. Now there's so
I
much
haven't.
stuff out there. I mean, I can't see it all.
It's crazy. I mean, it's been around for a little while because they launched them in like January, and I follow this guy, and I never seen the freaking the read on it. So right on.
Sweet. Drop a link in the chat.
I will.
Hey, what's up, Brando?
What's good?
Hey, you invested in Luna Classic and Luna? And
I mean, I bought some Luna at the dip just to see, what it would do.
what's the difference between the both of them?
Say that again?
What's the difference between the both of them?
The Luna 2.0 is the next version of Luna, from that whole fiasco.
And Luna Classics?
Luna Classic is the old one, right? Am I right on that, Sparks?
Yes, it is. So the first one is Terra Classic, and then today Luna 2.0 launch. So somebody asked in the group what was like the difference between them. They won't have UST like attached or being used in the first one, and I think with the 2.0 they're gonna build something totally different with it and stuff. So that's the difference between them.
So pretty much, the Luna Classic didn't worth nothing. So I would have to trade that out, pretty much, right?
It's two different coins. It's like Ethereum Classic and Ethereum. So then you can buy two coins, but you can't convert like your Classic into a Luna 2.0. That's not how it works. There's no convertibility between the two. You just gotta you can just buy you have to hold Classic in order to get the new 2.0, and you can buy both of them separately, as in it's two different cryptos almost. Yeah.
But what's so funny? I checked my Terra wallet, and I had like a couple million, and then that shrunk down to like 22, and I don't know where my coins are. So did they convert those for us?
I think they converted them, yeah. I guess I would have to sell mine and get the new one, maybe, if I wanted it. I got mine on BitTrue.
Yeah. Did you have it in is it still on BitTrue?
Nah, I bought
No.
it yesterday. So I think the people who had it before, they converted it. You know what I'm saying? So since I just bought it, I think I gotta just, I guess, sell it and get the new one myself, or I guess that's the only way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure. I'm still trying to understand this.
Yeah, you would probably have to buy it on an exchange. But I mean, it's kind of odd that where are you holding it?
I threw it on the Terra wallet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe because you just bought it.
Yeah, I just bought it last night. So I don't see no changes. So I don't know. I'm thinking about just selling it and probably get something else. I don't know. But that whole Terra thing is kind of confusing.
Yeah, it's a big mess, but it's done on purpose.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. But Mike, just looking at this portal website, this looks crazy.
Right? It looks like it could be huge, man.
Yep, most definitely. This is.
I mean, I was tired and didn't get a whole lot of reading in on it, but it caught my interest pretty quick.
Can you buy it yet?
Yeah, they launched NFTs already. It's on Solana.
How much they going for?
50 Sol, I believe, roughly. And then the higher end ones were like 250.
Nice. Interesting.
Yo, Brando, you still bullish on Vivi?
Yeah.
You still buying stuff?
Not actively. I mean, probably the last time I bought something might have been like 2 months ago. I mean, I have a bunch of the first, like I got a bunch of the first wave of stuff. So
like the Superman, the Batman, and all that stuff.
All of the earlier releases. So I mean, I'm not really tripping. I mean, every now and then I'll go in and buy some stuff. But
what you
I'm
think
still
about
bullish.
the Disney moments?
I have some. But I mean, I'm looking at this long term. Let's see what this looks like, a year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. It's going to be a different ball game. So
for sure.
I just think we buy the assets where we know the money is,
Yeah, you got a chance to buy the first appearance of favorite characters known around the world.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be cool. It's going to be real interesting to see how this all connects and how it's going to end up within the next 5 years, because it's going to be crazy. I mean, even if you look at some of the projects on Start Engine, on these different websites where you can invest in these companies. I mean, we're talking about contact lenses for the AR, glasses, AR, like next level. This is going to be happening at a rapid pace. And we only get one shot at being prepared. So I would encourage you all to take this very seriously, because your future self and your life and your kid's life depends on it. We may not agree. We may have, differences of opinion when it comes to our morals. But ultimately, this is where it's headed, no matter how we feel about it. So it's best to put our emotions aside and buy what we know the future of the world is going to look like. There ain't going to be no attorneys. You're going to have the AI from Viat as your attorney in the metaverse. Can you dig it? I don't think you can, because you don't think that people are going to actually be living in that world. They're going to have to work. Look at everything that's being launched. Watch to earn. Play to earn. Move to earn. You're going to have sex to earn. Dance to earn. Everything you're going to be having to earn from it, because they're getting rid of the mundane jobs and giving you opportunities to make income. And they're going to be separate platforms that are going to be able to tally up all those micropayments across every platform and put it in one place to streamline it so you can see all of your money. This is where we're headed. This is where everything is moving. Why you think I told you about Dose and the Move to Earn? Please believe Move to Earn is going to have a run like no other. And Trust me, there's so many assets out there. And sometimes I feel bad because I know people get overwhelmed. But it's not to overwhelm us. It's just to put the best out there in front of us at the earliest price point so we can take advantage and make this money. Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. I had to do that. I just felt like doing it. Snap into a sledge. Who else? What's going on?
I find it interesting how much stuff is really launching like crazy right now during this downturn too. It seems like it's just rolling like no other.
And here you had Brad Garlinghouse talking about 99% of cryptos is going to zero. That old bogus ass narrative he created years ago. And now he was just on TV changing the narrative. And people still think XRP going to the moon. They own 55% of the asset. If you go into business with someone and you get 49% and they get 51%, who has control?
Facts.
They do.
Who? The person with the
majority
50%,
owner.
right?
Yeah.
So 55% they own. And the companies that they work with don't even have to use that asset that they own. This is why they in a mess with the yeah, go ahead. With that lawsuit, SEC lawsuit. And this is why it was created like this from the beginning to make billions of dollars, trillions off of the backs of the people and make them believe in a hope story, infuse it with conspiracy and characters. I actually was doing some research the other night and I was looking at some of these XRP call your mom, Berkeley. And I noticed that every video is XRP, 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 XRP. And go call your mom. They created the 99% narrative because they wanted you to stay in a specific asset that they created the narrative to make you believe was the end all be all. But ultimately, everything that they say that they are not, because they are lying to the people. All to trick you out of the bag. Now, so much, just to Mike's point about how much is being built and launched. Like, people don't think, they have to understand that this is a new asset class. And at the same time, they are building a new economy. They are building it's a gamer's economy because we're moving into Web 3. So it's a merger of the Web 2 and the Web 3 on steroids. So I'm doing something. So they are doing that. And so as we know that they're building out a new economy, these launch pads are launching because these are new businesses, new individual economies launching in the new world, which is the metaverse, multiverse, Web 3, and people can't see that. You know why they can't see it? Because they don't want you to see it. They want to just force you into it by creating all of these little fake fiascos to push the ball, push the goalposts further down, right? Whatever, you know what I mean. Don't you see me doing this? So this is what we need to understand. We need to understand that this is a new economy, and everything that they're telling us, they mix truth with false narratives to keep people confused and not know what's really being built out because they don't want you to take advantage of it. Yeah, Bitcoin can go to 1 million, but I believe you'll make multi-millions, hundreds of millions in the altcoin world. And, you know, I'm listening to some experts. Ethereum is very flawed. It might not last. Now, over here, I called out, I know I was the only one who called this out, but Polygon is ETH 2.0. The same developers that created ETH, the main ones, created Polygon. Now, pay attention to the signs, okay? Because they tell you in plain sight. Follow strong. The ETH nodes, right? But then Polygon pops up. Then the ETH had the decal, lowered it, simply wiped it away. Now they become stronger with that Polygon there, which in plain sight, then they posted something and it alluded to exactly what we said, which the Ethereum 2.0 is Polygon. Now, if you knew that Bitcoin was going to be what it was then, or Ethereum, in 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, would you invest? Now, I say that to say how many of you actually have Polygon. A lot of you probably don't. See, people won't believe the prophecies that we are spewing over here at the BTR community until it is manifested and materialized in plain sight. But I ain't got time for people to believe all that. Either you're going to get with the program or you're not. I mean, if you've been here, you done seen everything that we've said, you should believe everything that's coming out of the mouth. Always do your research. Got to. Investigate truth on your own terms. And also, you know, I don't know everything. There's a lot of stuff that I don't see that are also great things. But there's just certain things that we're tapped in over here to, and it's the truth. So make sure you get some Polygon, you know. Sometimes, you know, depending on what your portfolio is, you know, certain investments are not wise considering how much your portfolio is and how much the asset is that you're trying to buy. So, but I just want to say that if you had a couple thousand, 2,000 Ethereum at the price that it is now, you'd be a happy camper. So just make sure you have a little bit of Polygon, okay? Talking about XRP going to 10,000. Polygon can go to 10,000. We don't know what it's going to look like 5 years from now, 3 years from now, but what I see is the world, all of these businesses are building on Polygon, and Mr. Wonderful is always preaching about it. He talked about HBAR one time. Polygon, Polygon, Polygon. He's in about 32 other assets. I want to find all them assets. I know we probably have quite a few. But let's see if we can figure out that fund that he has, that crypto fund, and see if we can put the pieces to the puzzle. Because I'm sure if I look at it, but I think if we have more heads than one on it in the community, I think it will be a pretty cool, some cool information. So, yeah, anybody who wants to help with that, please just help. But anyways, anybody else got anything to say?
Brando, just wanted to say, my brother had the baby today, man.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, he's
What's
all
up with you?
nothing much, bro. Just
How's your leg?
it's doing well.
Good.
I should be in the booth for like another couple of weeks, and by July I should be walking. So
Nice.
grateful
Nice.
for that, man.
I know
But yeah,
that's right.
just all across averaging in these markets at this time. Nothing much. Just trying to enjoy summer too at the same time. And
Facts.
not getting too caught up on what's going on. Looking at the long term perspective,
Absolutely. It's 11:11 right now. I just want y'all to know that.
Ooh, that's a good sign.
Everything we were talking about is the truth.
Yes, sir.
You got some
You
Polygon?
know what?
Yeah. Repeat it.
What I was going to say is kind of crazy. When I start going down these rabbit holes, looking at all the technology, I'll go write the date down. I'm like, what? It's only 2022. What the fuck? Sorry for cussing, but the technology that they're talking about, I mean, the future's right in front of us. I think about the year 2026, and the boat's gonna have sailed by then. And we're loading up right now. I mean, the contact lens thing, the Neuralink thing, whether it's climate control, terrorism, all of it's going on blockchain.
They're not hiding it. They're even talking about disbanding the Supreme Court.
Because they know that there's going to be an artificial intelligence that is all-knowing, all-controlling, Justice Department.
Right. Absolutely. You sent me that stuff on IG, right?
Yeah, that was me, man.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's gonna get really interesting. Really interesting. And Block V, they're the future of the NFTs. Remember, they own the patent. So they let these other guys use the patent, do these little PFPs while they're working on the next iteration. See, we got to get you. We try to put and position everybody ahead in the future. In the future, I want you to go look at that website and actually look at that tech and look how they're tracking the NFTs that are being made and minted, and just go and look at the website, because they changed the website. I don't know when that staking got implemented, but I believe that just happened and they didn't tell nobody. Because has anybody seen any information on the staking before Venday had told us about it?
No, nothing. I didn't see anything.
So that's how they move. They move like shysters. But if you can see through the smoke, they leveled the playing field for us to take advantage. That's why it's more than about money. It's about the perspective. Because if you don't have the right perspective during times like this, you'll lose everything. Sometimes people got to leave the nest so they can really experience what it's like being off the breast milk. It gets lonely.
Yeah, it's super crazy to think about. With all the other wealth transfers that have happened over the past couple hundred years, unless you were in the right place at the right time with the funds and everything to jump into the market, you were screwed. Like, a lot of people find out 10 years, like, what do you mean Amazon was a small company at one point? Like, dude, they were in someone's garage. Like, what? That's crazy. But with Web 3.0, decentralized finance, all of this stuff, because it is decentralized and it is a cloud system and it's global, they have to build the on-ramps before everything's done. The construction's going. All those portals, all those on-ramps, like, you can jump into them anywhere in the world, and it's literally the greatest wealth transfer to be a part of. And it's the most enveloping for everybody in the world to be a part of it if you can pay attention. And I'm not sure who was talking about it in the group yesterday, but they are throwing everything at us, whether from terrorism to wars to viruses, food shortages, climate. Like, there is not an agenda not being pushed right now. And it's crazy, and it's all smoke and fire, and if we're not paying attention, I mean, you're screwed. I mean, that's all there is to it.
I totally agree with you. Totally. If you're not in the right assets at the right time, you're gonna get caught with your pants down. And then I go back to Dan Peanut. Gee, Grandpa, where were you when all this was going on? Fuck off. Nothing. Sitting there with your thumb up your ass. A lot of people got their thumb up their asses right now. Missing out on the biggest wealth transfer. Man, that's crazy. And you know what? I'm sure a lot of us is going to feel sorry for the people because, we're empaths, and, we're empathetic to the way that people feel. Some of us are very sensitive when it comes to energies. And I'm the type of person, I don't know about you, but me, I cry all the time when I'm watching TV and the movies. Things just, it just moves me. Like, I love watching Shark Tank because I love to see people win. You know what I mean? Because I know it does not take away from me. An insecure person would look at, they be mad as hell every time somebody winning around. Shit. God damn it. He always winning. Don't be that person. Never be that person. Because you're only fucking up your own future. Be that person that wants to see people win, because it's only going to elevate you. I want everybody to win. Why not? What's it going to do if you guys become millionaires to me? It ain't going to do nothing but make me look good. But I want that for you guys. That's why I tell you the truth. But the truth hurts.
That's the best part of your group right there.
Thank you, Mike.
Sorry, keep
Can
it
I ask
level-headed.
something, Brandon?
Yeah, anybody can talk. I want you guys
Okay,
to talk.
cool. I would like to ask a question, and you said sometimes put a couple of $100 in this or this coin, and I want to ask about money in particular, because I don't got in the position to make money, a lot of money in the 2017 bull run, so I don't have a couple of $100. For me, it's an investment with $100 a lot, but it's still worth it, right?
Okay, I just want to understand your question. So You're asking me if a couple $100 in particular assets is worth it?
Worth and necessary. Because I don't have that much in the most.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, coming from, if you're somebody like that, right, that's coming from a certain amount, you have a certain amount in your portfolio, and, you're doing the best that you can. The best way for you to make it in this market is to buy assets that I put out that are under pennies. They got zeros in front of them, like a Seek VR. You could have thrown a couple $100 at that, and when it did what it did, you would have changed your life just with that.
Yeah, I did 100x on Seek VR.
Good. So you do the same thing with assets like Capacity, like Block V. any of these assets that we impress that are giants, you buy those, and you have the patience to wait and continue to work, do your thing, and while you're working, know that you're working for an end goal, which is financial freedom. You should be looking forward to, and I'm not just saying you, I'm just speaking in general. You should look forward to working because that work is allowing you to be able to continue to invest whatever amount of money in for your future self, because we know what this is. So if you're somebody that was just taking that and putting it in Bitcoin because you didn't know what we know, you're not going to win. But you'll win over here by following those little plays right there.
Best money was to invest in this group.
Thank you, man. I'm glad. I think it's well worth it too.
I appreciate you all, and you're also like a family, and it's pretty cool. I like
Absolutely.
it a lot.
Yeah, man. No, I'm glad to have you in there, and that's what it's about. We wanted to create that vibe, but it all starts with the leadership. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the right place and having the right fundamentals for everybody.
And it's so much cooler to be in a tribe and everybody is winning. It's so much cooler than when you are just gonna win alone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why the XRP army is so damn frustrated, because they all losing. Sorry guys, I just had to put that out there. I thought that was funny.
No, it was. And Pascal, appreciate you saying that. One of the things that I notice I do, with the whole Luna thing, for example, hearing that, Sparks and Cryptos of the Moon, a couple of y'all, jumped in, or like, hey, let me see what happens. I'll come in when everyone jumped out, and I, bust out the calculator. I'm like, babe, like, look at what these guys could do when everyone was running away. Like, this isn't even their hustle, but they're like, man, I know everyone else is a bunch of chicken shits. Like, I see who they're partnered with. Let me go spend $100 on it or $200 on it. You know what I mean? Like, and what it can do for you. And then, like, I can't wait for somebody to say, like, dude, I made $1 million off that Luna crap, bro. And we all know it's going to happen. I'm not in any of it, but it's exciting to watch all of you do the different things and, share our moves with each other so that, yeah, we can get pats on the back and get that intrinsical value of seeing our tribesmen win. I mean, that's just
Absolutely.
the basic human emotion, I think.
And that's what makes you a good person, And I can see that. I can see you're a trusted mechanic. Too many times you got shady mechanics out there trying to get extra shit and not do the work. I'm pissed off. I got robbed they charged me for 2 pairs of brakes, front and back, only changed the front.
It's the only group where you get that kind of value out of it, and for that price, and in addition you get so much cool, pretty well-known people, and we're sharing. It's awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. It is, and listen, it's for the people that it's for. Some people come for a certain amount of time, they get what they get. That's cool. So because the information, the principles live on. We are the Web 3.0. We are the metaverse. We're the open metaverse, operating in our own little community. You know what I'm saying? And we're the founders of it. Think about that. You're a Gala founder node, and we're investing in the protocols. I go back to Scotty Beam. Vinde, he had used his NFT and beamed it over from Ethereum to Binance. When you are a person, a sheep, who is having to use an app like Rosion, which would link you to other games, you'll have NFTs that you want to just shift over here to this game. You don't care how it happens. You just want what you want. It's people like us, we care about how that happens because I want to figure out how I can make some money off that transaction every time. And Scotty Beam is right behind the scenes to do that. You might look at Scotty Beam and think he's foolish. I ain't investing in this shit. That's the problem now with the world. They judge a book by its cover. But that same book could have a chapter in it that could change your life. Oh, I love saying that because it's so true. In a moment, we will rise like the phoenix they never thought we were. I've been counting out for so long. I don't even know how to feel about it anymore. You just do what you do because the moment will come. He will prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Oh, they've been talking, but they're always watching. You got people talking about you, but they're watching you at the same time. Oh, look at him. He think he's shit. Oh, you don't know nothing. Meanwhile, they're watching the news. Cryptocurrency. Metaverse. And they're thinking about you. Maybe he does know something. Maybe she knows something. You try to give people a little advice. Look, I think you should start looking at some of this metaverse. This is going to be the big deal. Nah, I'm just going to hold my Shiba Inu, my Dogecoin. Yeah, they'll go up. They will. But I want what the world is going to be running on every day like clockwork. Now, Townstar, I'm going to make some millions off of that. Because I'm going to buy some more today. Because I'm being led to it. And I'm telling you what I'm doing. Because I feel like something going to crack. Now, yeah, they recently had the halving. I wasn't that tapped in. I knew rewards got cut on my nodes. So it was a result of a halving, right? Now, normally when the halving comes for Bitcoin, price goes up. Now, I heard that CZ is a big holder of Townstar. Now, I'm telling you, like George Bush told me, you better buy some Townstar. Because I really feel like something's going to happen. And I don't know if I said this the other day, but watching that video, I think I was talking to Vinde. I watched the video, and thank you for posting that video, Crypto Gems. And thank you for everybody who shares and brings value to the community, because each and every one of you bring value in ways that you don't know. I get so happy by seeing some of the stuff you guys post, because I don't have the time to go out and find it. And I just want you to know, no matter what it is, no matter what you share it. Thank you for doing it, because you bring in value to the community, and it's just keeping us 10 steps ahead of everyone else. So continue to do that. But back to what I was saying, the same creator of Farmville 2, which had 39.6 million gamers interaction daily. 39.6 million active users daily. So Townstar is a next step up of that. So if that happened over there and they weren't making no money, what do you think gonna happen when we start making this money and these games are really ported over? You got millions of people on Townstar. Ladies and gentlemen, you think Axie Infinity did numbers. This ain't me speaking, this is spirit. Wait until you see the Townstar, the flagship game. Not only in the Gala ecosystem, but it was in the Zynga ecosystem, which we know they are creating things based off of nostalgia, i.e. a Furby. Y'all drop a Furby in the chat so y'all can see it, and then go look up the fuzzle. One of the beauties about having the vision is you're able to spot the trends, see the trend, and able to invest in the trend because you have confidence and confirmation in your own abilities to see through the smoke. You don't need validation from a BitBoy crypto to say it's good or a crypto banter because they ain't doing nothing but bantering your ass into Terra Luna. And what happened? That's why you got to be careful because there's tricksters out here. They'll give you good information every now and then, but they'll be leading you up to a drastic fall. He was pumping the hell out of Terra Luna. I guarantee you he didn't get hit.
Brandon, you talking about Townstar the crypto, right?
Yes, sir.
I think he's at 3 cents, I believe.
It is. Now, I'm not saying break your back. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Because you will say very soon that, damn, he was right. Because pay attention to what they have going on right now, this whole mayhem thing. They're just priming up for something. And I heard they're going to be listed on Binance.
How much are their nodes worth now?
The Townstar nodes?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even buy them. So I don't really know.
Right.
But I do believe like that price is going to be at a higher price point. I know somebody in here said they could be amaretto, $10 to $15. I totally see that too. I even see higher. I'm talking about Axie numbers. Come on, this is Zynga. Zynga is one of the biggest gaming companies on the traditional side in the world. Now we talk about Gala Games. Big dog.
You know they're going to have to push one of these big flagstep ones when they come in and really start, pushing their name and it's just really rolling.
Yeah, they're going to push the flagship. It's the flagship. The foundation it's the reason why the company was birthed. You know what I'm saying? It came into existence off of this game. So 100%, man. They're going to go hard with it. Because they're going to play on what people were already playing. They're going to tap into that same audience. And you know how they're going to get it and more? Because you're going to need something to do. Because your regular job is now being utilized and fulfilled by a robot or AI.
They had NFTs on there, right? Like with Steph Curry or a couple, I mean, I've been Steph, but basketball players. And when I was looking.
Yep.
So that kind of tells me, right? Just what you're saying just kind of rings a couple bells when I was looking through it when the music notes came out. I noticed that.
Yes, sir. I think Townstar is going to morph into something different.
I think you're right, because if you look how they bringing the masses kind of into it with basketball players, with this, with that, and I don't know much about it at all. I just happen to look through it when the music notes come out, and I seen those NFTs, and I'm like, man, why would they have this in a game, like a little kid game looking like this? I'm like, what in the world? But now you say all that, it comes full circle.
That's what we like to do, Mike. We like to play duck, duck, goose, run in the circle. So, yeah.
I just want to find my chair. I don't want to be the one without the chair.
Nah, facts. We're trying to get everybody a seat. You know? I told you what keeps the 99% from the 1% is information. Guys,
I was gonna say, just to Just to jump in on the nostalgia feel, I'm sure everybody sees it. But one of the things I see is, the Ford with the Bronco, everything. They have a whole line of Broncos. Ram, they switched their trucks to a whole line of Ram. That like everything's nostalgia. It's just crazy.
Yeah, everything, 100%. So what are they saying in this, including Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin? Oh, I have about 30 cryptos. Does that, Sparks? Does that say all of his what he has in there, or?
For now, that's more or less of what he has and what he has like invested and stuff. I'm still digging through.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
I did saw a podcast where he said like he has 32 projects or what.
Yeah, I know Hedera is one of them. He talks about Helium, he talks about Polygon, talks about Ether and Solana, and the other ones are not to be mentioned. But he's smart, like we are. And if anybody understands what gaming is, they'd understand that that is the biggest opportunity amongst any sector because of the world we're moving into. Remember, esports is still on the rise, ladies and gentlemen. Don't sleep. And we'll be touching in on that too.
The whole next generation is coming and it's esports addicted.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I want to actually go to an event. From some friends, I hear those events are like next level experiences. Drone racing, different things like that.
The drone racing does look just live. I mean, especially if you were there in person, that looks crazy. It's been around, what, almost 10 years now at least?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Right under our noses. Communities are building and doing things right under our noses. And unless you tap into the frequency, you'll never know it exists until it's too late.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize how many of their jobs are at stakes. Everybody thinks, oh, just the truck drivers. They don't realize everybody's going to get pushed out of work.
Yeah. No, they don't. I mean, how could they know though? Like they got so many streaming platforms, this, that, news, headlines. I mean, it's very hard for people to see through the smoke.
It's damn near impossible unless you find somebody you trust or you got just a little extra that you branch out and kind of really start digging into stuff, because when you get consumed in your everyday life and then the stuff they put in front of you, I mean, to really dig behind it, it's tough. And that's, again, why I appreciate you too for your truth, man, because it helps a lot.
Yes, brother, it's all love.
Just like in the Matrix movies, when they would unplug somebody or try to, they could get sick or die. Or, like, hey, like, you can't pull him out this fast, when they're trying to get Neo to come to the real world, they warned Morpheus, like, hey, you're doing it too quick. Like, you're going to get him sick.
Absolutely. And, just watching the recent Matrix, basically, the Matrix was the metaverse, a video game where all of you guys are running into. I just came across a project talking about NPCs. They're working on making NPCs more real. Now, what the hell do you think they doing that for?
I posted something. I watched a video from that Game Beats conference.
Uh-huh.
The guy who literally was an astronaut or is an astronaut, he started his introduction and said, good evening, residents of the metaverse. We got to talk about the future residents of the metaverse, and as these NPCs turn into an AI, more sentient beings, what is our responsibility and how to treat these more and more human-like artificial intelligence? And I was just like, holy shit.
And that goes right back to Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. If you haven't watched it, watch that movie, Free Guy. He's an NPC that turned real, fell in love with a human, and started kissing in the metaverse.
It was funny, the movie. I saw it, yeah.
Even in the Matrix, remember when Neo was trying to escape and they're like, oh, but you're human. Like, what is love? Like, no, love is a word. And like, I know what that word means. And that's what I have for my daughter, And Neo's the one. And he's like, what? He can't even believe the sentience inside of the Matrix.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, remember me? I showed you guys a video of that guy I think in one of these Asian countries who married a little digital doll or something like that. Some avatar in the metaverse.
Did you see the trailer for Avatar 2?
No, I haven't. Maybe I need to look that.
It's pretty amazing pictures.
I need to
Really
see that.
amazing.
I want to see that in the best theater possible. What are they gonna have it on? Like, what's the new experience? IMAX, I know is cool, but I want that next level. Anyways, guys, it's been a real conversation. Anybody else have anything before we wrap up?
Because I hear everything y'all saying, and like I had put out there about Buddy, because like everything that y'all was speaking on, like behind the scenes, is like the development of the stuff is what's gonna keep everything operational. And like I'm not really just tech savvy, but like with what's this CD and what CI, what CI developments. Because like what I'm just looking at what autonomous OP developers, like will that be something big to where it's like real use case capabilities? If I'm saying it right.
I don't know what that is. So if somebody else has a clue.
Because it's basically like how you're developers of apps and all that. And I'm just saying like I just look at this coin button. I ain't trying to tell nobody to buy it. But it's like it's very little information.
What
and
coin
it's like,
is it?
It's called Buddy. BUDDI. But you can only see it on CoinGecko because CoinMarketCap doesn't show, and then it's only on Hotbit. It's only on like one exchange, and it's like they deal with like the word. What's this? The WordPress? Because I got them subscribed to me, so I always get like emails and stuff about what they're doing, and they're always active. But they deal with like WordPress, what's this, GitHub and Dockers and sandboxes. I guess all that deals with programming and people building apps, and they're dealing with their thing is a autonomous OP develop. If I'm saying it right.
Hey, bro. Are they partnered with Amazon, Docker, GitHub, Microsoft, and Google by any chance?
I think they're with what's this AWS and what's this
Yeah.
Rakuten, and they're with what's this Six Flags
Costa,
And
Sonar,
yeah.
Flow,
But,
CGI.
but that's what I'm saying. Like they don't really give too much cause like if you try to look for news, you can't find it. But like they always sending me about about their WordPress, and see, I'm not really just tech savvy, but I just know it deals with development, and then it's like and it's autonomous. And I have looked at they have like I think it's like 5 or 6 or 7 different companies that does this, and compared to theirs are better, but a lot of people say like the pricing is a bit high, but with that pricing, you're getting you're getting the value. You're not nothing that is gonna be taking any money from you. And it's like everything looks on the up and up, but I just look at it as being slow. And I was just saying like how the game, how it's like you're gonna have securities and some coin securities and some crypto. And if some do be labeled securities, will that be an issue? Because it's like we still will get some type of value from it, right? But it's
Yeah.
not like to
Just
where
because
it's
just because the asset is a security doesn't make it bad. I mean, stocks are securities.
mm-hmm. But I know just because I was like how they always portray it like, oh, it's a security, but it's like at the end of the day, as long as you still get some money, but the asset part of it is where it's not how they say what, uh, not trying to say purification, but like a something that is so strong that it cannot be, so it's gonna always evolve, or if there's no use, it'll decrease. Like gold, that's the best thing I could just say that as an asset.
Mm-hmm.
Commodity compared to a security is just something that it just makes value, but it can decrease and
Mm-hmm.
in the same time. So I'm a little, but not all the way. I'm just saying like that.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
mean,
like,
it looks interesting.
yeah, and it's like you can't find, and it's like they're dealing with autonomous and like how you putting us on the AI stuff, Sophia coming into play, and then how y'all was talking about the Matrix. Like all of this stuff soon is gonna have to work itself, just boom. And then I was looking also I looked a little more deeper into edgeware to where they're like an improving smart contract. So it's like a self-improving smart contract. Like is that any good? Or I'm looking at it like if it's self-improving, then it's gonna be somewhat connected into this AI field, right? Or am I wrong? Or I'm just,
Yeah, definitely. Automation definitely is autonomous. So yeah, it would have to interact with some form of AI.
and then there's some people they put like what 20,000 Ethereum in their lockdown. That's this edge where this was like I think in like what 2000 2001, and they got like and they also gave them like what 500,000, and they gave another company 400. I forgot what venture company it was because I was looking at it last night because I was thinking about buying some more edgeware because it's like they kind of sustaining even though they still at a under a penny, they still been sustaining for like 0.002 for the long, well basically for this year and since this crash. You know how like some went super down, like Jam Man went on fire sale, so I locked up on that. But this one here kind of like stayed at the 2, and then I'm watching what's that Geo Jam you told us about right now during the drop. the little crash it was sustaining, it's 7 and 8 like what it is now. So like I learned that I guess what the coins with real utility they're gonna somewhat sustain a little better through crashes. Not saying like others are part of a plot, to push you out, but like some that's working, they kind of like sustain. I don't know if that's a good idea to be looking at that way, but I'm just saying I look at it like that sometimes too.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, things affect the price. Things go up, things go down. Ultimately, if you're buying in the right assets, you know what I'm saying? There's no way you can lose because you only lose when you sell.
And see, that's my thing. I'd be like, I want to buy assets, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna wait to see if it's gonna drop again and drop a little bit tomorrow. And it's like sometimes I play with myself in that aspect as well. When I should just say, okay, it's good, just buy, be happy with what you got.
Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome. So stop being insane. But now, I mean, sometimes that can happen, but a lot of times you don't know the bottom. So I would just say, you DCA. If you buy at a certain, you get into an entry point. If it dips, you buy some more. Never overextend in your investments. I notice a lot of people try to do that because they want to get the largest bag. Oh, I got to have a couple million.
Yeah. Because I feel like I don't have enough.
Get a couple million, I ain't get. That's crazy. I don't know if that's you, but I'm just saying.
Like I say, I done because I'd be like, okay, I want to maximize.
Like, Brando, I like to get a lot of crypto. I like to get a couple million. I need to feel like the big dog. Nah, we got to play it smart. Some assets you don't need to have a lot. You know what I'm saying? You need to get in the game because they're going to be so revolutionary that you're going to wish you had some.
Gotcha. Yeah, because sometimes that's how I be looking at it. I ain't finna lie. Because I probably a lot of people in the group too, because it's like, I feel like, do I have enough? Is this enough? It's like, because you're looking at the price now and you're looking at how other coins don't win. It's like, do I really have enough? Hold on, let me see if they drop a little more so I can get a little bigger bag just in case if I don't have no more money in that aspect. Yeah. But I feel you though.
Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm about to end it. You guys have a great day. Love the chat. I'll post the most recent ones very soon. They're being edited now. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Copy. Yeah, I have a good one. All right.